Hi guys, it's the Nivs here with another video on Doctor Who Series 12, and it's going to start, no messing about. I won't keep this video going on for ages, and I will try not to talk over what's going on in the background. Right, so here we go, it's about to start. And fingers crossed it's a little bit better than last week. Wasn't entirely a fan of last week. If you like what just my tiny little video that I'm doing, then just leave a comment below. Hit the notification bell and just subscribe if you don't mind. Birmingham City. Right, let's crack on with this. Got ourselves a cold opening straight away. Aleppo. Excuse my ignorance, but I don't know where Aleppo is. Sorry.
Sleep well. Sleep is when they'll come.
Who's coming?
He'll be here tonight. Rest well, Dyer.
Looks like they've used similar sets to what they used in the Fires of Pompeii episode. I mean, I don't know where Aleppo is, and I've got to be honest, but I don't know. It seems like everything's the same.
I told you to lock the doors. We don't do that. Get everyone out. I tried to warn you. Don't struggle. They're like a mourn struggle.
Who do? Another cool looking monster, man. Yeah. Okay, so Aleppo's in Syria.
It's a sick place. This must be one of the oldest hospitals in the world. Of course, Islamic physicians were known for the enlightened way they treated people with mental health problems. What happened here? You guys go this way. Oh, who am I supposed to share all the interesting stuff with? Is someone there? Friendly visitors. Visitor. Where are you? See here.
What is it? It looks like an evil, fast sloth. It's got the nails. It's got the...
Nothing at all.
An alternate sloth.
Right, lads, ready? Here we go.
I don't know. What I'm liking so far about this episode is that I can't make heads or tails of it. I really don't know really what's going on, and it's really good to not know that. That's bad, chucking his ex-wife in there as the eye doctor.
Anyway, you're not my doctor. This time it's very aggressive. How long have I got? A couple of hours.
Couple of hours to live. It's got to be Dream Lord.
Why didn't you save me? Let me try again.
Most people, a quantum flux lock is unbreakable. 100 billion. And where are my friends? Who are you?
That's what I want to know.
I go by many names. My preferred, my original, is Zen.
No. Zelin's a mythical name. Way beyond this universe. Zelen was thought to be a god.
I blush.
It can't be.
We immortals need our games, Doctor. Eternity is long, and we are cursed to see it all. Them all. Billions in one go. Gorge on their fears.
Why would we rush? We have so much time to walk in their nightmares. We can pass eternity here if we take it slow.
Of course.
I've told you there are no bogeymen.
Yes, there are. Ah, man, this is
From a human nightmare.
it's a good story. I'm enjoying it. It's a good old-fashioned like ghost story. Maybe even though it's not a ghost story, but it's like that type of thing. I'm liking it. It's all right.
Oh, nice entrance. Welcome to Aleppo. Very beautiful city.
How are you here?
I'm that little bit smarter than you thought I was. Now listen to me. Earth is not your plaything.
For days, weeks, it's in control of me. And I thought I'd try and do something about it. I went to the supermarket just so I could talk to the cashier, get back to you in contact. But I got there, and it's those self-service checkouts. I haven't said that to anyone before. Felt like it was just me. It's not just you.
It's good to talk, guys. It's good to talk, man. Talking about things, man. It's gets you out of that hole in your head.
It's still there. Yeah.
I should say a reassuring thing now, shouldn't I?
Yeah, probably.
I'm still quite socially awkward. So I'm just going to subtly walk towards the console and look at something. And then, in a minute, I'll think of something that I should have said that might have been helpful.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we had this chat, eh? Yeah. How long is this going to last, Jazz?
That surprised me. I thought the doctor might have actually said something
I don't know.
to help.
Going from one place to the next,
But
ignoring home,
from Graham's point of view, somebody's listening.
holding it without them.
Frankenstein, so this will probably lead on to the Mary Shelley episode that we've heard about. Once again, sorry about the mood lighting we've got going on here, but it seems my light has failed. So, episode itself was, I thought it was a good, strong episode. It was the story. Once again, I mean, it's been pretty consistent. Even though I didn't like last week's episode personally, the story was all right. I mean, it was a good, well done story if you like that sort of thing. So, I'm not knocking, even though last week's episode wasn't my favourite, I'm not knocking it entirely. It was done for specific reasons, same as this episode, but where mental health comes into it, I suppose similar to last week's episode, I suppose in a way, thinking about it in hindsight, that the whole planet suffers, but the difference is that where last week's episode was about the plastics, the climate, the global warming, you know, type of thing, because of all the plastics and what have you. Obviously, there was more to it than that, but this is just me saying this particular episode was also something that is going on around the planet, but is what a lot of people don't talk about. And it's ironic that this episode has come on this week, and obviously I didn't know anything about this week's episode, but just recently. What I'm going to say is big shout out to my friend Paul, aka Doctor Who is Great. I'll put a link to his channel below. That's all I'm going to mention on the matter. But we all suffer. As you well know, and I've documented myself on this channel, that I have had depression. And it's not a great place to be in, guys. So but a lot of people don't talk about it. Men don't talk about it, really. Because we're all cavemen. Battering clubs against our heads and not talking to anybody because we're men and we're meant to be strong. But real men nowadays do talk. Well, real men nowadays should talk. I think should be the expression. I talked and it helped me, and I know that it's helped a few other people, but not just men, anybody, you feeling that, excuse the expression, but you're feeling that shitty within yourself and you feel that you've got nobody to talk to, there's always somebody. Next door neighbour Milkman, having a rant and a rave at somebody does make you feel better. Anyway, I'm not going to shove all this down your throat, guys. You know as well as I do what the situation is. But going back to the episode, I thought it was the Dream Lord at first, and I really did think it was. That was the first thing that came into my head, and I thought that it was just an intriguing episode because you've got several different stories all going on at the same time, which all led to one big conclusion. And for a while, it really did get me thinking that these stories are all separate and they're not interacting with each other. But then you find out as the story progresses that, oh, hang on a minute, that the jigsaw pieces are slowly being slotted into place. And I personally liked that as a story. Several different stories going on which actually did intertwine with each other, and there was actually a conclusion at the end which was enlightening, really. It was a good, apart from last week's episode, which I've already said about the whole of this series so far, has been it's been good. I would very interested to find I was interested to watch that extra scene where the Doctor was actually starting to get a few flashbacks about the Timeless Child. Now, we know, spoiler alert, guys, spoiler alert, skip forward 15 seconds if you don't want to know from now. The season finale of this episode is called The Timeless Children. Okay, you can come back now. So it's inevitable that what's going on now will progress hopefully a little bit more over the next few episodes. But Jodie Whittaker did say a few weeks back that we might not get a resolution to what's going on with the Timeless Child until next season. It's a hell of a long time to wait. Anyway, all in all, I'm going to give this episode a 7.5. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was a good episode, a strong episode. Once again, somebody else going into the TARDIS and taking a trip, and once again, more and more people. The Doctor was a secret. He was a myth. Going back to episode 1, if you like, of the new area, Rose, where the Doctor was a secret. It's just one guy, and he was going around he's been seen throughout history. Now it seems that the Doctor really doesn't care who sees her. It's like, come on in. And earlier on in the season, she was wiping people's minds. Now it seems to be like that. Oh, she don't actually care. Go on, you're on your way. So more and more and more and more and more people are knowing about this myth that is the Doctor. Her name's been spread about. Everyone's really allowed to just go for a trip in the TARDIS. If you meet the Doctor, you're practically on board. You're one of them now. That I don't like. I prefer the Doctor to be that myth, that mythical figure that people do hear about but just never know it really exists, like it was a while back. And so this anybody can come along type of thing, I don't like that. And that knocked a good few points off for me. But that's really the only thing that I didn't really like about it. The message of the story was a good message. The whole story itself I thought was cracking. The score, I thought the special effects and the sets were very well done. It was really atmospheric. I liked it. Yeah, a 7.5, and that was due to the fact of the TARDIS basically being used as a sightseeing device. Not that mythical thing we saw a while back. My voice is going. Anyway, end of it now. This is unusual. This is the Nivs. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And please, more than anything, just give us a thumbs up. Take it easy, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'll see you again soon.